time has come once again for another combat snapshot, and guess what? This is the third iteration, and I am excited for the combat update v2. I'm really excited to see how combat is going to be, because to be honest, after 1.9 came out, some people liked it, some people didn't like it, and some people just left the game. And some of those people left the game, they came back to the game eventually. And I tell you what, the combat v2, it is set to be, of course, improving combat a little bit more than 1.9 did. And of course, there is some brand new enchants that are coming in. There is some brand new mechanics coming in. And don't you worry, it's not going to be like how 1.9 was. But over here, we do ourselves a little testing world. And this is created by Jeb in the team. And it's actually available through the Reddit post as well. Because unlike other snapshots, where of course you can go to the launcher and download them, this is only available through a Reddit post. And you do have to go ahead and install it manually. But thank goodness it is very easy to actually do. But we're going to come over here. We can go ahead and test out Sweeping Edge. We can test out the minimum and maximum angle of those. We can test out Knockback, Knockback 2, Fire Aspect, and Fire Aspect 2. But we're going to go ahead and begin with the first one, which is the minimum angle for the Sweeping Edge. So if I were to look this way, it's only going to attack just one creeper. Look this way, attack one creeper. Look towards one of the creepers on the corners, and then it's going to attack two creepers. Look towards center, it's going to attack all three at once. And it's a really, really good little change right there. Now, if I were to go and change this to the maximum angle, this is what maximum angle looks like. No matter which angle I look at, it's going to attack two creepers at once. Now, if I look in the middle, then the middle one is going to go ahead and get attacked. And same thing for the different angles as well. So it's a really good change. But if I were to go ahead and attack now, then as you can see, the middle one is gone, but I'm not able to attack the other creepers. So that's a really, really nice little change right there. And it should make PvP and even PvE just a little bit more interesting. So, of course, we also got ourselves Knockback. And I'll go and let you play around with Knockback because we all know what that does. We know what Fire Aspect does and stuff like that. But over here, we do got ourselves different types of ranges. So we have ourselves short range, we have long range, and we have close range. So I could go ahead and choose a trident, for example. And this is really far away. So if I were to go ahead and attack, and then I were to attack immediately after that, as you can see, the bar wouldn't fill all the way up and we couldn't attack again. So instead, we actually have to wait until that bar is actually filled all the way up. So as you can see, it's filling all the way up and we can attack again. And then we have ourselves the other range, and I pressed the wrong button right there. But if I were to go ahead and go for the next range, I'll target at 4 blocks, go ahead and attack, and I were to attack immediately after that, we can attack again and again and again. So you can basically spam that, and it's really, really nice. And then we have ourselves long range for the sword, so I can click on this button, and we can just go attack with the sword, stuff like that. And as you saw again, we were not actually able to attack again and again and again, unless we're like at the short range. But anyway, I can just go ahead and go over here to the other sword, which is the close range, aka short range. So I click on this, and as you can see, we can now attack again and again and again. Really awesome stuff. And I'll just go ahead and let you play around with the axe as well. But later on, we will be taking a look at the axe again, because there is a brand new enchant for that. And it's going to be an enchant that's really, really great. But anyways, let's go and come over here, where we actually got ourselves some shield type stuff. So I can click on this button. It says press button to summon a creeper, and use shield to block an arrow after defeating the creeper. Alrighty then, so I can click on this. There is the creeper. So take that, creeper. Take that. Oh, block. We blocked it. That was actually a really good block. Oh, it looks like we picked it up as well. That's actually really, really cool. So they actually did change something with the shield. And the thing that they've done is they introduced 2 new options. So if I go down to video settings really quickly, we have ourselves shield animation and shield indicator. I have shield animation off and I have shield indicator off. So by default, this will be off and the shield animation will be on by default. So if I were to have this on, and if I were to go and activate this, we're going to get the hotbar. Now, as you can see, the moment I block, we now result a little shield on our hotbar. And that's actually a really nice touch. It lets you know that, yes, you do have the shield up. I guess you actually couldn't tell that the shield was up. But if you did actually go back over to video settings, let's say you don't want it on the hotbar, and you want it to be, let's say, on the crosshair. If I were to go and crouch now, we now result a little icon where the shield is. Now, to be honest, I really do not like it there. It doesn't really look all that great. It kind of gets in your way a little bit whenever you're like blocking and stuff like that. But if you like it that way, then you can go for that. But for me, I do actually prefer it to be on my hotbar because it's not in the way. It's completely out of the way and stuff like that. But we can also turn off the shield animation, and watch this. The moment I crouch, as you can see, our shield is now gone. Or is it? Because look, our shield is actually right here. We do have it up. We are using it. But if I actually were to go ahead and just crouch within first person, it's just going to go disappear. But of course, you can go ahead and right click as well, and it will also disappear as well. We're going to go ahead and come over here where we got ourselves a little shooting range. So I can go ahead and come over here. I can go ahead and press the start. So I can go ahead and get myself these different crossbows, and they have different enchants and stuff like that. So we're going to go for this one right here, which has quick charge. We're also going to go for the one with piercing, and plus we're going to go for another one. Let's say we go for just a normal bow. Okay, we're going to go for infinity and a trident, and let's do this. So how do I start this? Press the start, and so we have ourselves all these mobs. So I go ahead and charge up this crossbow. I go ahead and fire it, and as you can see, it's just going to go ahead and go through all the mobs. And I think they did end up changing something to do with the crossbow. I'm not entirely too sure what they did, but it is still actually a really cool thing. But it looks like the thing that we have to do is go ahead and hit all these different targets. So that's basically what we're going to go and do. Let's see how good I am with a normal bow. So this one has flame on it. So I actually hit that one. I can hit this one, right? Oh, yeah, there we go. I can then go and hit that one way up there. Let's see how good my bow shots are. Oh, my bow skills are on par today. That's really good. Are there any more? We actually got ourselves a bunch of different scenarios. And plus we got ourselves a brand new enchant, which is called chopping. Now, chopping is specifically for the axe, and it is specifically to go ahead and get your shield down for a longer periods of time. So let's say something attacks you with this chopping enchant. If you have yourself the shield, then your shield will be down a lot longer depending on the different amount of enchant. Now, if you do want to go ahead and give feedback, there is a feedback button right here, so you can click that, and you can just click on that little text, and then it'll go and take you to the Java Snapshot feedback page. So you can just go ahead and say what you like about combat, stuff like that. But anyways, we do got ourselves different test areas, so we can enter an arena. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and enter this arena, and I can just go ahead and press this button right here, and we can just go and fight off different monsters. So we can test out like how combat is. And as you probably have noticed, that we no longer actually have the different like sweeping effect whenever we're using the sword. So that's because they removed it within a past snapshot that they have done for the combat update. And a lot of people were really happy about this change. And now you can actually spam again as well, which is really, really awesome. So that's another big thing that's going on. You no longer actually have to wait for that to charge up. You can just go ahead and spam all that you want, and you can just go ahead and enjoy that. So, you know what? That's probably where we're going to die here. Really, that's not fair. They give me a bow, but they don't give me any arrows. That's just not fair. Oh, we do got arrows. They didn't tell me that I had arrows. But we can just go ahead and take on all these different mobs. And how many waves are there? It looks like there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 waves. So if you wanted to go ahead and play around with the combat stuff, then this is definitely going to be the best thing to do. There's also the creepers. Oh, baby zombie. Baby zombie. Now there's also a different effect to where the amount of times that you keep on hitting. Oh wow, that was a big attack. But the amount of times that you keep on hitting, you're actually going to get yourself a combo. So you can go ahead and kill multiple mobs at the same time. Which is really, really nice for those type of scenarios. So I keep on attacking, and we can just go ahead and get that little combo in going. And it's actually a really nice little technique that you can just use in like PvP or maybe mob battles like we're doing right now, things like that. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that area. We can also go ahead and take on, it looks like an end city, right? Explore the end city. We can go ahead and enter a wooden mansion, see how that goes down. I'm not really too sure if mobs can actually spawn with the chopping enchant. I think that would be pretty cool if they actually did do that. And with that one, that's pretty much it for today's video. But I do want to hear your thoughts down below on what you think of the Combat V2. Are you excited for Combat V2? And do you think that it's a much needed update? And if you enjoyed this video, then also let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. And for now, I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!